Hello and welcome to another episode of the Direct Booking Success Podcast. I'm Jen Boyles, your host, and today I have Chris Walker with me. He is the partner and CEO of Booking Insights. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, Jen. Thanks for having me. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Let's start with maybe telling us a bit about how you got into the crazy world of short-term rentals.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm actually from a culinary background. I went to culinary school, was in that industry for 18 years, and I got out and started selling real estate in '03. I figured if I could make brides happy with food and beverage, I could make them happy buying homes. I made the transition into real estate so I could get my life back. Interesting enough, that has gone in a different direction as far as time, but that's okay. Then in '07, we decided to start a property management company because we were selling high-end resort properties here on Hilton Head Island. And it was just a natural progression because people kept asking us if we would manage their properties. And so we got into the business in '07, and we've been in it ever since. So 15, 16 years now, we've been
Wow.
in the vacation rental business.
And you were a chef in hospitality, so in hotels, weren't you?
Hotels and resorts. Yes. Yep.
Right. So yeah, so it is you sort of went off into real estate a bit and then right back into hospitality, but combining that real estate.
Yeah, yeah. The food and beverage industry taught me very well how to multitask. We
Yeah.
ran big operations of 200 employees, $10 million a year. It's a big operation. So it's a lot of juggling of things, and so that's what we do in the vacation rental industry. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Definitely, definitely. And I can see the progression too of selling the homes and then people going, okay, well, now I have it. I need somebody to manage it for me. And
That's
you
right.
being able to step in there too, seeing that hole in the market.
We do. Yeah, we actually oversee interior design and remodeling. So they come in, they buy it, they leave, they come back. It's completely redone, and we put it out on the vacation rental market and handle that for them. So it's a seamless process for the clientele here on Hilton Head.
Oh, wow. I love that idea. The one-stop shop. That's great. And then booking insights. Okay. So how did this come about?
Well, as if we didn't have enough going on, my partner with the website developments and things and advertising and marketing, Josh Zatmari, we've been partners for 15 years working in the industry together. We just came up with some ideas that we thought that could help people in the industry. And we've got a lot of products in mind. And the first one that we've rolled out is the direct booking tool, which lives on your website. We thought it was the easiest install, easiest uplift, and most impactful product we could introduce out of the gate. And impact it has had, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, and it looks really great. And I can see, yeah, you've got enough on your plate. Why did you decide to start something new? But again, it's that gap in the market, isn't it? You can
Right?
see a product that would help.
That's right. That's right. We love helping people and we love doing the right thing. And this is well on that way. I mean, this is right up that alley. This fits it perfect.
So let's talk about it. So it is the Booking Insights direct booking tool. Can you tell us a little bit about how it works?
Sure. Yeah. It's a script that lives on the property manager's website. This is not some lone website type thing. This lives on your website. Every time a guest goes to your website and does a search and they go to a property page and they've got a set of dates in, and you on your booking page have your pricing there. We go out and we find the matching OTA pricing and we deliver that to that page for that guest when they're on your website. So when they're there and they see that the price for your stay in your property is, say, $5,000, well, it's probably going to be 5,800 on VRBO and 6,500 on Airbnb. Whatever those numbers are, that's what we produce and show them so that it's a true price comparison for the vacation rental guest to see that they're in the right spot. It gives them the confidence that they're in the right spot for the best price, and therefore they obviously make the buying decision.
Because that's one of our big selling points, isn't it? For Book Direct, you're going to get the best price if you go direct. So this is showing people right there and then if you go the same property on Airbnb, Booking.com, Verbo, this is what you would pay. If you book direct, this is how much you're going to pay and how much you're going to save.
Yeah, in starting this out, I didn't realize this. A lot of these metrics that I know today, I didn't know back then, and a lot of companies don't understand the metrics behind some of this stuff because they're busy running their companies. And I totally understand that. I myself didn't realize that the public perception was 85% of the public perceives the OTAs to have the best price,
Mm.
even though they ever mention pricing in any of their advertising. But the perception is there because they spend billions of dollars or have spent billions of dollars in marketing this segment of vacation or of travel. And, we're here, we're supporters of them. We think they're good advocates to have in the market because they certainly have brought a lot of attention to our sector in the market and have helped us all grow in inventory. People have more and more people have fluctuated or followed this sector of travel. And that's a great thing. But the truth is they do not have the best price. And that's why they never mention pricing in their marketing.
Mhm. Yes, and I think right now we're seeing Airbnb, when they started, it was all about get those cleaning fees in there. And now, they're realizing that it is very off-putting when you put in your dates and you see a completely different price than the what you were promised at the beginning, which is
Right.
something, we've always done on most book direct websites, direct booking websites, is just give them that final price. Don't add all these things into it. So I love that we were leading the way in the space, and Airbnb is seeing this and going, yes.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So,
People
yeah.
today, especially after this economy, that everybody's dealt with worldwide, economy of everything getting more and more expensive. Everybody is looking to save a dollar wherever they can today. And when they can see that they can save 500, 800, or even $1,500 by booking direct with the property manager, that trust factor goes way up because a lot of times, yeah, I get it. You got companies that only have 4 or 5 properties or 10 properties. They don't have a lot of reviews and that kind of thing. There's that question of trust,
Mhm.
but when you show them they can save $500, the trust value goes up real high, real quick.
Yeah, I think it does. So there's definitely a lot of things we can put into our websites to help build that trust. But
Yeah,
prices, it's like put your money where your mouth is, right? So
absolutely. And that
having those prices right there on the website, is there anything in the psychology of the guests of that will help them book?
well, you talk about all the information that we try to pack onto our websites and tell them how great we are, and we're sincere about that. And we talk about, we show them the reviews. We talk about how we have the best price guarantee. Nobody trusts anyone anymore because everybody's, getting, little side hustled here and there, wherever they go, whatever they're buying, they feel like they're getting hustled. And so when you actually show them the facts and you deliver those facts in front of them, you've just captured that trust and you've captured that client because if you have what they're looking for the dates that they're looking for, they're going to stay there and book with you.
Yeah.
They absolutely, yeah,
Now, I
yeah,
started my journey in helping others in the short term rental space by creating websites. That's sort of how I started. But I quickly realized that I was giving people these websites and then they were going, I don't know what to do with them. How come people aren't just booking, thinking
right.
it's like if you build it, they will come mentality. And I think, something you touched on a few minutes ago were the metrics behind your website. And I wanted to dive into that a bit because I don't think a lot of people understand that looking at your website and knowing how it should be performing. Can we start with the website conversion rate? Maybe talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. And same thing here. I had no idea what my website conversion rate was, no clue. In fact, I was shocked when I found out what that number was. Industry wide, believe it or not, it's 0.52% is the conversion rate of a vacation rental website. That means you need 200 people to come to your site and look around for you to get one booking. Mine was at 0.32%. So I needed 300 people to almost come to my site. I had no idea. And I had all these people come to my site. I put this product on my website and I went to a 1.2% conversion rate. Now I only need 85 people to make a booking. So that tells you right there that the product does work on, and is the convincing proposition because I didn't change anything else in my marketing, my metrics, or anything else. Is that people just need to see and understand that what you're truly offering is the bottom price in the market. And so that conversion rate, I encourage everyone to go out and figure out what that conversion rate is on their website because small or large companies should know that because you need to know how many eyeballs are hitting your site in order for you to get one reservation. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can increase that exponentially, then you're winning, right? You don't have to spend as much on marketing, that kind of thing. So, as a smaller player in the market, you might wonder, well, how do I get those eyeballs to my site? Well, you do that through what we call the billboard effect, and that's through how you set up your OTA listings to begin with. And I've got a few metrics there, if I may.
Yes, please. And explain what the billboard effect is. I use the word
Sure.
signposting, but it's the same
Okay.
thing. But do explain it. Yeah.
Very good. Same thing. Same thing. So the billboard effect or signposting has a lot to do with consistency, making sure that your headings on your OTAs are the same heading you have on your website. So if it's 123 Main Street, make sure it says 123 Main Street on on all the sites. If you have a picture of the pool as the main picture of the property, then make sure that main picture of the pool is the same picture on all the OTAs and your main website. Make sure that you have it listed by your company, not just your name. Because people want to know that it's a company they're dealing with. Put your
Hmm.
logo on there, and then also put your name, hosted by Jen Boyles at you know Happy Holiday Homes. Okay,
Yeah.
that type of thing. But so you have the personal touch, but at the same time you have the company name. People are becoming more and more savvy to where they'll be able to find things. They can even right click. A lot of people don't know this. You can right click on the picture, the main picture, and say, search Google for this picture, and your website's going to come up. Um, or they could just go 123 Main Street, Jen Boyles, Happy Holiday Homes, and you're going to come up number one in the search engine. So there are people finding, they're curious, they're wondering if
Hmm.
they can find a better deal
And I
somewhere.
think more and more people are understanding the benefits of booking direct, and more people are using tools like Google to find the direct booking websites
They
from
are.
a listing.
Yeah. As you know, the industry is fairly new, right? It's only, especially technology wise, it's new 20, 25 years, right? And it's been in the works for more than 35, 40 years. But, you know, you've had some bad apples in the industry that cause some people to not really trust vacation rental managers, and one-off scenarios that give people a bad flavor in their mouth about booking with property managers. But we've come a long way as an industry, and we continue to make great strides in that direction of bringing real respect to the industry. And I think a lot of us are doing a very good job with
I totally agree. And, I love that you brought up the website conversion rate. And, people get these websites and they say, okay, well, now how do I get people on it? And that is actually harder than putting your website together. It's getting that traffic and that consistent traffic. So the billboard effect or signposting, whatever you want to call it, even if you have just the one property, will help people to come over. There are many other ways that you can use to get your traffic up. I have a guide. I'll put a link to it on the show notes here if anybody wants to get that. It's all about getting your traffic to your website instead of people going to Airbnb. One thing that I see people do, and this is one reason why another reason why I really like your product, is I'll see people on their website have the booking.com or the Airbnb logo on the website
right,
or their superhost status.
right,
And I'm like, no, don't do that, because people will then go to those places with good intentions to check you out, but
right.
then they'll get lost.
They
They
get lost,
don't be
gone.
back.
Yeah, they get the shiny little object shines, and the next house shows up. They go to that house, and you're lost. You're gone. You never want to send people away from your site.
Yeah.
Even we've had people ask if we can link our price comparisons to those OTAs to verify it. I'm like, no, 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 no. You don't want people to leave your site. Now, if they take the tuition to go check it, they can go check it if they'd like. It's down to the dollar that it's accurate. So, but you don't ever want to have people leave your site.
No, and that's a
Enough to get
big,
them there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big trap that I see a lot of people fall into, because they're like, well, I want to build that trust. I want to show that I'm on these other platforms, that I am who I say I am. And I'm like, well, that's not the way to do it. Not at all. So that's why I love your product, because you're doing the trust, saying, yes, I'm listed in all these other places, but then you go that one step further with the price.
Yeah.
And my question, I know when we first met and we talked about this, I said, okay, This sounds all great and oh, I love it. Except there's one platform out there that will discount guests for breathing. And they like to go, and sometimes you'll get an email that somebody has booked your place, and you're like just crossing your fingers, hoping that it's a decent rate. Because
Mhm.
who I'm talking about is booking.com, and they love to discount. Now,
Mhm.
it's a platform I use when I'm traveling because I know that they're going to discount and discount and discount. However, as a host, as an owner, as a manager, it's a really, really nail biting effect of how they're going to how what rate are they going to use. So tell me what you are doing behind the scenes, just in case there is a discount that they're putting on there that will bring you below your direct booking rate. What are
Oh,
you doing on
absolutely.
your
Yeah.
end?
Yeah. It does happen. And actually, we help property managers maintain to make sure they are distributing their pricing correctly across the OTAs. So if it ever shows up equal to or less than your own direct booking price, it'll eliminate the OTA and just shrink the product down to the remaining direct book price and the one OTA or two OTAs you've got left that are higher price. So we don't ever want to throw the property manager under the bus, if you will. But besides that, we also have uh, a dashboard on the back end that actually tracks this information and it'll show you where those anomalies are happening, whether you are aware of them or not. You might be aware of them. You might be running some ads and on, or specials on the OTAs, and that's fine. You do what you have to do to get your business. But we show you on the back end where those price anomalies are so that you're aware of it, so that you don't end up with a reservation that's supposed to be $5,000 and it comes in at 4,500, and then you got to pay, the OTA a commission and do all this other stuff. And you're really out of pocket. That can really hurt you in a lot of ways, because going back to them and saying, "Well, I'm not gonna accept this," well, that doesn't do you any good these days either. That'll hurt you in the
No.
long run as far as your rankings as well. So, I mean, again, you want the OTAs, you wanna play ball with them, but at the same time, you wanna be in control of your own destiny with your direct bookings. And anywhere from, 60 to 70% is where you should be, and even higher if you can get there. But I mean, having a small margin of OTAs in your mix is not a bad thing. Brings
Nope.
fresh people into your fold, and that's okay. But you need to lead the charge of your own business and be in control. That's for sure.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much aligned in our thinking here. And I think that's great that you've got the property manager's back. So if that price is dipping, hey, let's get that fixed. But
Right.
also the tool then doesn't lie. It's not, no, it's being very transparent. It just lets that one just flip off for the time being, which I think is a great selling point for it, really.
Well, yeah, and we find a lot of times it's not intentional. It's not because of discounting. It's because they've made clerical errors or punch code errors into their system, and it's just not distributing to the OTA correctly. So,
Yes.
we want them to be aware of that, and they a lot of people are very appreciative of that, because we also send them a weekly report of those types of things that are happening on their website as well.
Yeah. Because we've all made those mistakes. We've all made that pricing mistake, or our
Yeah.
calendar was open too far in advance and we haven't updated prices. We've all had that booking come in and not we've gone, oh,
Oh boy.
oh,
Yes.
I've made a mistake. But of course we honor it and we deal with it. But it's,
There you go.
yeah,
There you go.
it
Yeah.
can be quite annoying. I love it. Yeah.
The other thing too I'd bring up is, talking about the OTAs and how they're capturing it. I thought about it the other day, and I'm like, 25 years ago, before the advent of the internet and everything, all vacation company, rental companies were 100% direct bookings,
Mhm.
because that was the only way you went.
Yep.
When we talk to so many people today that their direct booking mix is anywhere from 15 to 25%. It's very common
Yep.
that they have lost that much ground in what they're doing and how they're operating, in that they need to get back on top,
Yeah.
and be in control of their business.
Yeah.
Those OTAs are selling them, travel insurance and damage insurance. When they book direct with you, you can sell them travel insurance and damage insurance. So that's ancillary income directly to you. So I mean, the direct bookings are much more valuable, and they'll come back to see you time and time again as well.
Yes. Yes. If you're doing it right, if you've got a kick-ass guest experience and they're the right fit for your property, then yes, they'll be back over and over again. And
Yeah.
That's how you win at the direct booking game, isn't it?
It is. Customer service is number one. That's for sure. You provide the product you say you're going to provide, and then back that product up with proper service for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And that's all people want, really. Nobody's looking, for anything more than that. If it has a picture of a pool, well, it should have a pool when they show up, right? You know,
Yeah.
it really should. I mean,
Mhm.
deliver what you say you're going to deliver, and then give them a good experience while they're here. Should they have any issues or problems, be progressive. Get on top
Mhm.
of it. And
Yeah.
be react.
And the
So
great thing about being direct is that they don't have to go through a middle person to reach you. They can
that's right.
just get in contact with you and you can have the chance to fix it because a lot of time it's not the problem that's the issue, it's how you react to it.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Anything can be fixed.
Yeah.
And it should be. And your timing on it can increase or decrease the severity of that problem very, very much so. If you choose to ignore it, things get worse.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
yeah, for
So
sure.
can I ask you, what does direct booking success mean to you?
Direct booking success mean to me? To me, it's having happy guests and happy customers that are leaving great reviews and coming back year after year with their families and watching them grow year after year and it just really almost becoming an extension of your own family because people enjoy the products that you deliver and the services you provide and it's just a great thing to see that happen when that does happen. So, we're happy to see that for sure.
Great. And I'm going to put links to your website and also links to your LinkedIn profile. If
Okay.
anybody wants to get in touch with you, get connected with you, and you want to extend a special offer, don't you, to listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. We offer a 30-day free trial. We'd love for people to try the product out and make sure it's what they like. And then it's month to month after that. There's no long-term contracts. For anybody who mentions this podcast, we'll extend that to 45 days for them. We'd love to try it out, have you try it out, take a look at it, see how it can affect your business. And we've not lost a single client yet. We've got about 90 clients plus on the platform today, and we're excited about that. We love what we're hearing from our clients, and
Mm.
uh, look forward to others joining us in this
Yeah, and
venture.
watching their direct bookings increase.
Yes, it does. It does. My own direct bookings went from 23% to 65%.
Right.
That is a massive change, and a lot of other companies are seeing that kind of a lift as well. So
Mhm.
it works, and it's not hard to install. It literally takes about 10 minutes of the property manager's time to get going. So
Yeah, and I'm
we
sure
appreciate.
you'll walk them through if you have any problems.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's
All right.
great. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for coming on today. I've really enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate